Hey everybody, Chad here. In this video, we're going to talk about something crazy special. And it's this. If you want to heal your life, if you want to bring back vibrancy in your life, bring back meaning in your life, live today how you would if you lived on vacation. 365 days a year. Every single day, live your life how you would if you were on vacation. And I'm going to share with you a lot of tips that I've seen in my own experience, traveling a lot. In the beginning, when I started traveling, just to get right into it, in the beginning, when I started traveling, I just started taking vacations, yearly vacations. Maybe you did little weekend getaways throughout the year. Maybe you took a week vacation, 2-week vacation, 3-week vacation. And even in my early years when I started taking vacations, because I love to travel, and I started traveling international, but at that time, I was just taking normal vacations. You go for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, stuff like that. Then on top of that, doing like little weekend getaways. And even with myself, I started finding I would joke with my friends, and this is real. I would actually joke with my friends, and they would always give me a face. They would be like, I'll tell you the joke here is I would always say, dude, every time I go on vacation, I feel more motivated, especially as an entrepreneur. Like I would feel more motivated. I would feel like all these business ideas would start coming to me. I started having to take like notepads and notebooks with me on vacation because I would just start jotting things down, start journaling because things just started coming to me super quick and super fast. Sometimes I would take my laptop because I would just be in a super mood to kind of work. Not all day, of course, but maybe an hour or 2 hours out of my day. I would just be, dude, I would just, everything would start coming to me. And I would create, even on vacation, I'm talking about vacation here, not my normal life. On vacation, I would create these like awesome little routines, morning routines, bedtime routines. And I always pondered, like, why is that? Why? Like, why do I live this way on vacation for 2 weeks out of the year? But when I come home to my real life, I don't live that way. And one of the things and I'll give you part two to this. One of the things I started noticing is because when we're on vacation, our mind checks out. We're crazy relaxed. We don't think about work. Work is behind us because we're on vacation. Okay. I mean, unless you have a salary job, you have senior management. When you go on vacation, people still calling you left and right. But if you're on a real vacation, you turn your phone off, you travel international, you don't even touch that bad boy. You know what I mean? What I started finding was the more relaxed I became, the more free I became, especially relaxed. And a vacation does that to you. Especially the more relaxed I came, I started to enjoy life more on vacation. And as an entrepreneur, I would start finding all of a sudden the blocks in my brain would open up and all these business ideas would come to me, like sometimes so fast that I would have to start writing them down. If I didn't write them down, I will totally forget uh, what I thought about, what kind of like inspiration flashed in my mind in that millisecond. That's why I noticed when I started taking vacations. Now, part two to this is if you want to heal your life, start living like you're on vacation 24/7, 365 days a year, every single year. Another part of this is I started learning when I started living abroad, when I started doing long stays, like for example, Thailand. A couple years ago, I lived in Thailand for 1 year. I lived in Phuket, Thailand. I'm at Phuket, Patong, Thailand for 1 year. I lived in a resort the whole year. Then I went back home, visited the family for a year. Then I came back. Now I'm in Thailand, but I'm in Hua Hin, and I'm in a condo, great big luxury condo complex. I'm not in a resort anymore. Uh, and there's pros and cons that come with that. But and I'm here for 6 months. Then I'm gonna go back home because my niece is getting married. But then when started doing long stays, this is what I started seeing with vacation life. And not so much my vacation life because I'm doing a long stay, meaning like while I'm here, I'm working as an entrepreneur, working on my business, so forth and so forth. But for staying in a condo, luxury condos, how condos work usually overseas, especially in Asia and Thailand, Philippines, China. Most of the condos that are built are really built for foreigners. They're really treated like hotels. Okay, they want like foreigner to come in, buy the condo, treat it as an investment property, and it's really treated like a hotel. So, or a lot of people use Airbnb. Some people stay here long term. They sign a year lease and they're here. I signed a 6 month lease. But what I started finding is because I'm staying and living around people on vacation all the time. It just makes sense. When I lived in Thailand before for 1 year, I lived in a resort. So, of course, a resort, you're living around people that's on vacation. And what I started finding was the same experience I started experiencing when I was on vacation, meaning that I felt way more relaxed. I felt way more vibrant. I felt as an entrepreneur, things just started coming to me more and more. It felt easy because my mind was relaxed. My body's relaxed. Your body's healing. Makes sense? And what I found is that it was happening to other people. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just crazy Chad. And one of the things I find here, I want to share with you, even in this resort, I didn't want to film it because just to be, because of privacy and people and stuff like that, is they have a really nice gym here. I mean, it's really nice for a condo. It's really nice for a luxury condo. And the gym is always full of people working out. And that's the first time I've really experienced it. When I lived back in Los Angeles and I lived in hotels, not hotels, I lived in luxury complexes, luxury apartments or luxury condos. And some of them will come with gyms. And I like to go to the gym. I like to work out. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe I look fat, but I'm getting back into working out. Let's put it that way. But one of the things I found was back home, when I would go to the gym in my place, no matter what time I went to the gym, I would be the only person in there. Maybe me and one other person, but that's it. It would never be full. But ever since I've been in Wahin and I go to their gym, and their gym's really nice, dude, it's always full. Always. I mean, sometimes I walk there, I'll go in, and I have to go back to my room because it's full. I can't get on the equipment, or can't do what I want to do. And it's so busy that I've even thought about, there's a public gym down the road. You have to pay for it, of course. I felt like paying for a gym down here just because if I wanted to go to the gym, a bigger gym, they have more options, of course, um, that I can do that as well. But when I started thinking about this, I was like, dude, it's amazing how on vacation so many people's going to the gym. Like, why is that? Why? And one of the things that came to me, it's because when people's on vacation, they're relaxed. They're in a relaxed state. They're not thinking about work, being overworked, and doing things they hate. They're all focused on what they love doing, but they're on vacation. They're enjoying the process, seeing a new scenery, going going to all these different places throughout the day, maybe hitting the bars and clubs at nighttime or going out to eat at nice restaurants. They're so relaxed that health kind of overtakes their mind and they feel healthy, they feel energized, and they start going to the gym to feel more healthy, to take care of their body. But the question is, why don't they do that back home? And I fall into that trap too. When I live on vacation, how I act on vacation, why don't I bring that philosophy back home? I mean, another thing I noticed is that, I'll show you a glimpse of the pool a little bit, but the pool is always full. All the seats are taken up. I mean, if it's warm out, nice out, crazy hot, you can't hardly. I mean, the pool, all the seats, you lay down, all the chairs, everything is just taken up. I mean, when I go to the pool, most of the time I bring a towel down. I just sit on the corner somewhere and get in the pool because I have no place to put it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make me upset because because I always think it's like, dude, it's so amazing how when people's on vacation, they really take advantage of their scenery. They really take advantage of their environment. They really take advantage of when they're here at the condo. They really take advantage of all the perks that come with the condo. They really take advantage of the pool. They really take advantage of the fitness center. They really take advantage of the other amenities that are here. But when they go back home, they could live in the same type of place but they never take advantage of it. They never use it. They never go to the gym. They don't think about health, but they get so focused on work. They get so focused on, and this is something we all struggle with. We get so focused on just constantly doing what we don't want to do. You know what I mean? That's been ingrained in us since we were a little kid. You know, since we went to school, we never were taught to focus on our strengths, focus on what we're good at. We're always taught to focus on what we hate, focus on what we're not good at. You know, you need to increase, you need to get better at your weaknesses. Um, that's a middle class poverty mentality. When you look at the rich, you look at the wealthy. Wealthy people focus on what they're good at. Wealthy people focus on their strengths. Okay, they don't focus on their weaknesses. They have somebody else do that. But they focus on their strengths. Then when you build a team of people, if you're in business, you build a team around your weaknesses. But anyway, if you want to heal your life, I mean, just imagine and think back when you're on vacation. What's your state of mind being on vacation? What are you focused on vacation? You just focus on what you want to do, what you want to enjoy. You're just enjoying life. But in that aspect of it, that little 2 week vacation you have, honestly, you should be living that 52 weeks out of the year. You should be living that every single year, every single day, not just 1 week a year or 2 weeks a year. You should be bringing that mentality into your everyday life. And the last thing I want to share with you here is one of the unique things, like, living abroad and doing long stays abroad, is I like to talk to people. I like to say hi to people all the time. And you meet all types of people. And you meet all types of people that are in different areas of their life. They're in different states of their life. They're in different aspects of their life. And what I mean by that, some people are just on vacation. They're just here. They've never been to Thailand. They're just here as a vacation, just a regular vacation. Some people have, especially guys, some people have went through divorces, ugly divorces, have lost everything through a divorce, and they're coming abroad to kind of like, it's a way to get their life back. It's a second chance. They're recouping from something negative happening. You meet those people as well, and that's what I mean by everybody's in a different state. Everybody's traveling, living abroad for a different reason, and it's a very unique experience. I really love the experience. Talking to people and kind of seeing kind of where they're at, like why they're living abroad or why they're doing long stays, why they're on vacation. When I lived in Thailand the first time, I lived in Phuket, and I lived a year, and I lived in a resort. And I would hang out with different groups of people because I lived there for a year. So of course I don't hang around the same person for the whole year. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people come and go. But I met this core group, and I met this woman. She was around my age, but when we started talking about this, that she told me that the reason why she came and did a long stay in Thailand, I believe she stayed 3 months, on a tourist visa, because of her doctor's orders. That she was so like stressed and so anxiety over work that she was a type where she just, she had so much anxiety at work. It was almost pretty much giving her a heart attack, and like almost having a mental breakdown type of thing. I mean, serious. And her doctor said, well, you just need to get away. You need to go. I mean, go on vacation for a few months, just relax, get away from work, quit your job. I don't know what she did. I don't know if she actually quit her job or what she did, or she took a leave. I don't know honestly what she did with that. But all I know is that she was in Thailand for 3 months, and that was the whole reason she was in Thailand, is because her doctor told her, dude, you need to get away. You need to get away from your stressful job, the stress the job is giving you, but your job is giving you so much bad health that you need to get away. And that's what she told me. That's the whole reason why she was traveling overseas. She was staying in Thailand at that time. And she would come down, and she's just literally doing what she wants to do every day. She wants to sleep in. She wants to get up at noon. She wants to sit by the pool all day. She wants to go swimming all day. She'll have a day she wants to go sightsee, go to the night markets, street markets, get a chance to eat the food. That's what she did. She just did her. She just did what she wanted to do all day long. Just to kind of get the vibrancy back in her life, just to kind of get the health back in her life. And that's what I mean. That's what's kind of cool with this experience. If if you don't become like a hermit crab, if you don't become too into yourself, or you don't become shy, that you don't like to talk to people, and it's easy to do, and because like now, like I have a girlfriend, my girlfriend stays with me, so when there's two of you, you can really become an introvert. You can really just become, you get so focused on your core group of friends that you don't go outside your circle and talk to other people. So even here I'm really working on like not to become so introverted, like still walk around and talk, and sometimes it's just like, hey, how are you? Then other times that, hey, how are you? How are you doing? How are you enjoying the day? That ends up turning into, a little side conversation. And sometimes those side conversations end up kind of turning into like, why are you here? How are you? How long you're staying? If they're staying, they're staying for a month or two, you say, well, no, why are you staying for a month or two? Then you start learning a little bit kind of about their life, like why they're doing what they're doing. And it's amazing. It's really amazing feeling, talking to people. That's when you start. People are here for many different reasons. It's just not vacation, and that's the point I'm getting across. And that's really the point of this video: is we should be living in life every day like we're on vacation. Seriously. Now that's harder said than done, of course, because uh, we get brought up to constantly doing what we hate, constantly have a job we hate, constantly hanging around people we hate, constantly doing things we don't want to do. And that's been ingrained in us as a flipping kid, rather than focusing on things that we love, things we like doing. And that's really the essence of laws of abundance. When Jack Canfield does a lot of work in this. Jack Canfield he's wrote a lot of books on this topic. Is you slowly, what you do, you can't do it overnight, but you slowly start eliminating things that you don't like doing. When you slowly start doing it, you can't eliminate everything right at once, okay? But you slowly start eliminating things that you don't like, you don't want to do. For example, like if you hate, going grocery shopping, by the way, but your significant other loves to go grocery shopping, well, have them go grocery shopping. You don't do it, because when you're constantly doing something you hate over and over and over again, it sucks the energy. Okay, so then you have them go do it. Now, sometimes you have to help once in a while. I get that, but you have to start kind of fine tuning what you love versus what you don't love. Or sometimes you can outsource it. Sometimes you can have people go grocery shopping for you, if that's within your budget. Sometimes, like, a lot of people, they don't want to do yard work, mow their yard and do all that stuff. If that sucks the life out of you, well, pay a neighbor's kid to mow your yard. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things we can adjust, but the thing is that we need to grasp, even myself, is we're do things you love, do things you like to do. The more you do things you love to do, the more we do things that we like to do, it lifts our vibration. Okay, remember, what do you attract? The basics to the law of attraction, the basics of law of assumption. What's the basics? We attract on the level of vibration. Okay, the lower our vibration, we attract on that level. So anything on that level, we attract. Okay, our high salaries, dream cars, dream houses, dream life, dream vacations are way up here. It's not on the same vibration. That's why it's not coming to you. It's on different levels of vibration. How do we basically increase our vibration? The simple way is to start doing what you love, what you enjoy, what you like doing. That lifts your vibration. That lifts your vibrational state. You're more happy. You're more joy being around. When you're happier, you're more joy being around. You're doing things that you love to do. That lifts your vibration. That gets you in closer harmony with what you want, what type of lifestyle that you really want. Okay, that's why the vacation mentality, we need to bring our vacation mentality to our own life every single day. But other than that, my friends, I just want to share that with you. I've been trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter, trying, by the way. But anyway, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're going through. This is a community, by the way, so this isn't an end-all, be-all. This isn't the thoughts of Chad all the time, but it's, us kind of helping everybody. We all have different strengths. We all have different weaknesses, so we can all help each other out. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.